In my career experience of launching new products or product lines or even greenfielding an operation, I know how long it takes to build that stuff and what the cost is from a resource perspective and a time perspective. And so as a business owner, if you can purchase that ready for you to go, it's a huge savings and you're going to be heads above the competition in that kind of model. And I really wasn't looking to create a concept from scratch. I was looking to create a business from scratch.
I think it's important, or my belief in a franchise is that you do have the support. I mean, for me to go out independently and try to run this business myself without the marketing and the brand behind it, we wouldn't be as successful. There's no way we would hit our numbers.
When I ultimately decided that I wanted to go down the path of being involved in running my own business, I really seriously evaluated two different ways to do that. One was to buy a franchise, and the other was to start my own business from scratch. And clearly there's choices you have to make. There are financial implications of buying a franchise versus doing it yourself. But ultimately what it was that made me decide to go the franchise route was the fact that they will get you up and running, that you're buying into a system. They will give you the tools and the mechanisms and the support to help you get to that space. And especially me coming from corporate where I had never run my own business, the learning curve was significant. I doubt I would have been as successful as I am if I had tried to start this from scratch. What I got from Handyman Connection in terms of the teaching they give you, the boot camp, in terms of getting going and getting up and running is significant. I don't think any of the people that I'm affiliated with in terms of our group of peers, and one of the things that Handyman Connection does is it aligns you with other franchise owners that are at the same life stage. I don't think any of them would have been successful had they started their own business or as successful. And that's what you get from a franchise. They give you the tools, and the tools are built specifically to run in that space.
It's nice to have the accountability, and it's nice to have somebody that's already done the work. They know what they're doing, and we just have to listen to them and follow the systems to be successful.
What did you say? Somebody just told you don't reinvent the wheel?
Yeah. If they're already doing good, just listen to them and figure it out.
The reason we chose franchise, and especially Handyman Connection, was because of everything that comes along with it. I mean, you could stand up a company and you could try going on it on your own, but you have to be able to handle the marketing, you have to be able to handle the internet SEO. I mean, you have to be able to handle everything. With a franchise, all that comes with it, and it still gives us the ability to run our own company and kind of mold it into our own. But with everything that comes along with the franchise, you don't have to worry about that because they help provide you with that. They help you, they give you the tools and everything to be able to get that business up and running successfully.
With a franchise, what that allows me to do is actually start my business fairly quickly. The franchise provided me with the backend support. They provided me with access to vendors that I would have to look for myself. Franchise has this purchasing power, if you will. So some of those vendors were getting at the discount where being an independent owner, I wouldn't be able to do. So just by being able to start my business quicker and grow quicker, I thought it was a good choice. Have a franchise actually came very early. I knew that I didn't want to work for anybody else, but I also knew that I'm not a true entrepreneur. So franchise was a way to go for me because it would give me the backing that I would have to put in place, and that's the entrepreneurial part of that. So it allows me to act as an entrepreneur without going through all the growing pains. So it was just selecting the right one. And at the end, as I mentioned before, after looking at quite a few franchises, I decided that this one is the right one for me, and I don't regret it.
At the time of my career, I was really looking to do something for myself, whether it was owning a franchise or starting my own business. When I started doing my research about 2 years before I actually knew that I was going to be resigning my job in the corporate world, I decided, let's do some research on what it would cost me to buy some local franchise that was in the area because we liked the area, or if I want to just pursue it and start a business from scratch. After doing a good research, I found out that and looking at the numbers, looking at the return back on investment, my ROI, the handyman location that I purchased had a good, previous 10 years of running, so they've actually saw some constant improvement in their profitability, which it attracted me, and I said, oh, if they've done it for 10 years, it made it easier for me to kind of continue to do the research, and then we ended up buying ours.
I was working in the field every day with the tools, and I needed an opportunity to get out of the field for physical reasons, and I was able to. It was a big deciding factor was the operational setup to be in the office and working on the team and the company rather than working in the field.
I've started my own business, and the thing that I really enjoyed about having my own business was that I could go out, generate the job, and then once I got it, though, it was a consulting practice, then I would go to work. And all of a sudden my pipeline was dry, so I'd have to start all over again. So there wasn't that sort of support that I get with the franchise. With the franchise, if you follow the process and take advantage of the resources you have, it's almost like a machine in a way. And it continues to run as long as you follow the process.